Let me show you something you don't want to find in a panel box. For starters, we have entirely too much of this service cable exposed here, and so that definitely needs to be fixed, but that's not my biggest problem. My biggest problem is we got 15 amp breakers and 20 amp breakers, and if you look closely at the size of the wire, and they're all appropriate for that size. The thing is the breaker controls how much power is going to get to the wire, right? And if the breaker is oversized for the wire, it can cause some big problems. Now we have these 30 amp breakers. These are on 10 gauge wire, and so that is great. That's actually properly sized. So down here though, we got a 40 amp breaker, and look at this wire. Now that's obviously smaller than the 10 gauge up here. It's not even 12 gauge. As a matter of fact, if we use the tester, we find that it is 14 gauge on a 40 amp breaker. This is a fire hazard. That breaker is entirely oversized for that wire. It's going to take more than 40 amps of electricity to shut power off, and 40 amps of electricity can melt that wire. It needs that size wire should generally be on a 15 amp breaker.